Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen.
I didn't know if he was coming or not.
In Blount County, Alabama, court is still in session.
I had to go to court this morning.
You had court this morning.
And this man's day is about to go from bad to worse.
John, you got some bad luck, son.
Tell me about it.
And while I think I've heard just about every excuse there is, this one blows me away.
So what you're saying to me is that you were shot.
Yes, sir.
You shot yourself in the...
Hey everyone, Chris Hansen here. I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown. But there's something else you need to know. We have almost 100 new episodes on my streaming crime network, watch TrueBlu.com. Use the code YouTube24 for half off your first month, or YouTube Year for $20 off a full year. We'll see you soon on TrueBlu.
I've been investigating child predators for more than 20 years, and while many of the men caught in my stings give me the same song and dance, you won't believe what this man has to say. This is 26-year-old John, and he's not playing games because he got right to the point with a Blount County, Alabama detective posing as a 15-year-old girl.
And give me a sense of his chat.
So he initially called before even texting.
Got
I
it.
didn't answer. He sent back a text that said, "If you can, call me when you get a chance." I said, "Who's this?" He said, "I was calling you about your services. I'll skip this game. This is John. Please give me a call back when you can." I said, "Give me a few, just getting up." He said, "That's cool. I just got out of court down here in Aniana." So
Just got out of court. And he's on the phone here.
Yes.
He just got out of court and he's already communicating with somebody
yes.
about coming over for sex.
You heard that right. John was actually sitting in a courtroom when he started the text with a decoy. And it seems like John's been in court a lot for different reasons over the years.
I say I like bad boys. He said, "Well, great, because I got a rap sheet long as fuck. For real, what's your prices? You need anything from anywhere?" So sounds good, baby. $sign depends on what you're looking for. Respond back with, "I'm 15, slim, clean, I love your tats." He says, "You're how old?" Shoot him a picture and he says, 15, just thought I'd be honest. "How old are you?" He says, "I'm 26, you're gonna have to FaceTime me." He says, "Yeah, we're gonna have to talk on the phone now. I have so many GD questions, like why are you staying with your cuz, doing in-call only?" Then he says, "Look, I don't want no drama. I got no shit going on in my life." He says, "Ask for the address." Then ask question mark. I said, "Well, I gotta get fucked with a condom, 50 with, 100 without." He says, "Honestly, I've never wore a condom in my whole life since I've been fucking. I was 10, I tried it one time not too long ago. I used a condom on my dick and it don't feel the same. Right, you know I'm staying away. I'm very clean machine. I got no STDs, but I could definitely do the 50. We respond, "Will you promise you're clean?" He says, "I put my kid's life on it."
Promise you're clean. Put my kid's life on it.
While he's got a rap sheet a mile long, John is about to add another charge or two as our hidden cameras are in place along with the Blount County Sheriff's Office. From the courthouse to the sting house, John arrives. The on-site decoy gets into character and meets him at the door.
I didn't know if he was coming or not. You got the cash? You got the cash? Come on.
And by the looks of it, he's still wearing his fancy go-to-court clothes.
You want anything to drink? Okay. I'm gonna go grab my vape.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Gonna need you to sit down over there. That's it.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
You had a busy little day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I had to go to court this morning.
You had court this morning.
Yes, sir.
And what was court for this morning?
Tickets.
Tickets.
Yes, sir.
Traffic tickets.
Yes, sir.
How many of them did you have?
2, 3.
2. And why'd you have to go to court for all your traffic tickets?
I had to go to court because I just had a court date.
You had a court date.
Yes, sir.
And your name is John?
Yes, sir.
That's your real name.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you set that down so it's not clicking for me?
Sorry.
Do you have a weapon on you or anything? No guns?
Nope. I ain't got no money, ain't got none of that.
You got no money?
Nope.
What are you doing coming over here with no money?
Because I didn't believe,
You didn't believe what?
the whole situation.
What didn't you believe about the whole situation?
I figured it was all set up and stuff, so.
All is set up.
Sir.
Why did you come over here, John, if you thought this was a setup?
I mean, I was just coming back through on my way, so I figured I'd stop and just see if it was.
Just coming back through out of curiosity.
Yes, sir. I ain't got no cash on me.
You don't get, is there cash in your car?
No, sir.
Your vehicle?
Sir.
So, John, you were talking to someone who said they were 15 years old.
Yes, sir, but I didn't believe
Yes,
it
sir.
because-
That's true, right?
Yes, sir. She
And-
said.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. And you talked about sex with this girl who said she was 15.
We never really said anything particular.
What do you mean by particular?
I mean, here, God bless you.
I have the transcripts. It's okay. I can go over them. I'm 15. You say you're clean. That you've only used a condom once.
Sir,
You don't like the way it feels.
that's not really, I mean, I guess it is sex talk, but
That is sex talk. You said you're clean. I swear on my children's lives.
sure.
You talk about fucking without a condom for $100, with a condom for $50.
I never said nothing about it. She did.
But you agreed to it.
I believe I said.
Then you say, never wore a condom since I was 10. I'm a very clean machine. You say you can definitely do $50. What are you talking? What are you going to pay $50 for?
I didn't believe it, so I didn't bring no money with me.
That doesn't wash, John.
I'm serious. I ain't even got $50 on my Cash App.
I promise you I'm clean. I'll put my kid's life on it. How many kids do you have, John?
4.
4 kids.
Sir.
And how old are those kids?
My oldest is 8.
8. What about the other 3?
My youngest is 2.
2?
And it's in between there.
In between there. Do you know their ages in between there?
Yes, there's 2, there's 4, there's a 5, and there's a 8.
There's 8. Okay. Now, what if somebody, John, came over to the house where those kids are living and wanted to have sex with them? How would you feel about that?
I mean, I wouldn't like it.
You wouldn't like it.
No, sir.
What would you do to a fellow who tried to do that? What would you do?
I don't know. I ain't never had to think about it.
You never had to think about it. Well, you got to think about it now because you came over here after a sexually charged conversation with someone who told you they were 15.
But had no intentions. I have no cash on
Then
me.
why are you here, John?
Because I didn't believe it. She don't even
You didn't believe it. So why even mess with it? You come out of court, you're already in trouble.
Yes, sir.
You're in trouble.
Yes, sir.
You got a court date today.
Yes, sir.
Where was the court?
Aniana.
Aniana. How far is that from here?
Go to Indy County Road 9.
How many minutes?
It's like 15 minutes.
15
on my
minutes.
Way back home.
And you thought it'd be a good idea after getting out of court to come over here just to see if, in fact, this was really a 15-year-old girl wanting to have sex with you. Do I have this right?
I didn't believe it.
Then why are you here, John? It doesn't make sense.
Because I don't know.
I don't know.
Really don't know.
I really don't know. Do you see why I have a hard time believing that, John?
I mean, I understand, but I could understand too if I figured it was all set up anyways. Because
She says she doesn't want any drama, no trouble.
no drama.
You say, great, I got a rap sheet as long as fuck. That's what you said, right?
Sure, got a bunch of tickets.
Any other crimes?
I mean, I have escaped. That's it.
You have a what?
Escape, but I've done.
Escape.
Yes, sir. I left work release.
You escaped from what?
Work release. I didn't
Work release.
escape. They let me go, but still, it was an escape charge.
I don't understand that. How do you get an escape charge if they let you go?
Because I was supposed to leave, but they opened the door and told me I could go home. That they wouldn't hold me on my own will. So
That doesn't make sense.
you can call them and look, ask them
Okay.
when you go to a work release.
I'm 15. How old? You ask for a pic. She sends you a pic. She asks how old you are. You say 26. Did you find her attractive in that picture?
She definitely don't look like she's 15.
What made you think she wasn't 15?
She looks young.
She don't look that young.
But why take the chance, John?
Stupid idiot.
Stupid?
But I wasn't going to do nothing with her anyways. I don't have the money to.
Well, what it sounds like to me, John, and I've done this for a long time now, is that you may or may not have had the money, but you're going to try and wangle your way into a sexual situation here.
No, sir.
Then why are you here? We're just going to go down to the basement and shoot some pool? Hang out? Have a sweet tea? What are you going to do?
I mean, I need friends anyways. I ain't got no friends, so I was just...
You got no friends?
Nope.
Just a lonely boy.
I go to work, come home, go to work, and come home. That's all
Go
I
to
do.
work and come home, go to work and come home, stop by and have sex with a 15-year-old girl.
Don't have sex because I never actually intended on having sex.
That's not what you say in the chat. You said you
I never
been having sex since you were 10 years old and only used a
That's not
condom
me
once and
saying-
didn't feel good.
That's what you said.
That's not me physically saying I want to have sex with her, though. I'm just saying that's...
But why are you here? There's no other reason why you would be here, John. What do you do for a living?
I'm brick and block mason.
You're a what?
Brick and block mason.
Brick and block mason.
Yes, sir.
You good at what you do?
Yes, sir.
You get paid well?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just depends on the year.
You married fella?
Divorced, but
You're wearing a ring.
I've never took it off.
You never took it off. What happened with the divorce? What led up to that?
She cheated on me for 3 years.
She cheated on you for 3 years.
Yes, sir. And when I come home from prison, called another man in my bed.
When you came home from prison, you found another man in your bed.
Yes, sir.
And why did you go to prison?
Escape.
Escape.
Yes, sir. I left work release.
And why were you on work release?
Cause I called a charge when I was like 17 or 18 years old.
What charge was that?
Possession of U-Pox.
Possession of
Paraphernalia.
paraphernalia.
Yes, sir.
What kind of paraphernalia?
I had a weed pipe and I had some weed. And I had caught a receiving stolen property charge because somebody sold me a stolen truck.
You had a stolen truck
Yes, sir.
and you had marijuana.
Yes, sir.
So they sent you to what? Camp?
Work release.
Work release.
Yes, sir.
And then you left work release without permission.
Yes, sir.
And then they sent you to prison.
Yes, sir.
And you got out of prison
Yes, sir.
and you found your wife in bed with another fella.
Yes, sir.
What'd you do?
I just left.
You left. All 4 kids were the same woman?
Yes, sir. 2 different baby mamas.
2 different baby mamas.
Yes, sir.
While John has so far been polite, even respectful to me, I press him further on why he came here to meet someone he thought was an underage girl.
So what would you have done here with the girl?
I didn't plan on doing nothing with the girl besides hanging out and trying to make new friends.
Hanging out and trying to make new friends. There's no friends at the neighborhood bar, saloon.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I smoke cigarettes, that's it, but I don't go out.
Church.
Haven't found one yet.
You haven't found a church yet. Well, what do you think ought to happen to you, John?
I mean, I feel like I wasn't actually intending on doing anything.
But you see why
I understand
I
why
have a hard time
I understand. Trust
processing
me.
that and believing.
I understand.
All right, you get that, right?
Yes, sir.
And did you appear with a lawyer today in court?
No, it was my first appearance on my
Your
tickets.
first appearance.
Yes, sir.
And what do you suppose the judge or magistrate's going to think when they find out you left court and came over here and got caught in a sting operation? How's that going to go over with the court?
I mean, I was just going to explain how I'm trying to explain now because I really didn't have no intentions on doing anything with her.
Well, John, there's something you need to know.
Yes, sir.
I'm Chris Hansen.
Okay, I don't know who you are.
You don't know.
No, sir.
Okay, well, I do stories about men who try to meet children for sex.
Yes, sir.
And we're collaborating in a sting operation with the Blount County Sheriff's Office.
That's fine.
And is there anything else you want people to know about your current situation?
No, I didn't plan on doing nothing.
You
so
didn't
just,
plan on doing nothing
No, sir, just trying to make friends.
with a 15-year-old girl.
I mean, friends are friends. It don't matter about the
Friends are
age.
friends. Well, it does matter, actually.
I mean, I guess it does.
right?
It just,
If you're the girl's dad, you're going to care if a 26-year-old man
I understand. But
walks in this house.
I promise you, I wouldn't want to do nothing with her because I don't have the money, and I'm not that type of person.
I know, but John, you're here.
I know. I'm here. I don't know why I stopped. I knew from the get-go, something was telling me from the get-go, but I didn't believe it.
But then why do you even get involved in it? See what I'm saying? You could have carried yourself on home, done
sir.
whatever you're going to do for the rest of the week, the weekend, but now you're here. And now some people from the Blount County Sheriff's Office want to talk to you.
I mean, it's fine. I'll talk to whoever.
Yeah, all right. Well, here they come. They're going to talk to you.
Why? I mean, I have no money on me.
Put them in the front.
I'm not gonna do it. I promise y'all.
It's now time for the Blount County Sheriff's Office to do their job. The lieutenant steps in and John starts to give him the same song and dance all over again.
You're gonna be taken to the Blount County Sheriff's Office.
Why? Because I didn't really. I mean, I understand where y'all coming from, but you can go search my car. You can search my pockets. You can go through my phone. I don't have no money on me. I don't have no money at all.
Okay.
I didn't plan on doing nothing with
Just
this
because
girl.
you didn't bring any money with you doesn't change what you texted.
I physically never said anything about me physically having sex with her. You can read the messages if you want to. I said, yeah, I don't like having sex with a condom, but that don't mean that I never actually physically said that I was gonna have sex with her.
Well, here's what's gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna be taken to the Blount County Sheriff's Office.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna be interviewed at the Blount County Sheriff's Office.
Yes, sir.
And you're gonna be booked in on appropriate charges.
I mean, yes, but I don't understand why I'm getting rid, because I have 4 kids. I'm a father of 4. I take care of my kids.
I'm proud for you.
I don't, never planned on.
We're not here because you were singing too loud in church.
I know. I mean, I'm not, trust me, I have a rough background. But I don't understand why I'm getting booked on charges when I did not have any intention. I just need friends. I have no friends. I'm not from out here.
You want to be friends with a 15-year-old girl that you're speaking of, you don't enjoy having sex with condoms with? That's the kind of friends you want to make? I mean, that's not the kind of
I mean, I
friend
understand where you're
wanna
coming from.
have.
I understand where you're coming from. I could understand if I'd actually paid or was going to pay, but I had no intentions. I figured it was a setup from the beginning
Then why are you here?
because I didn't believe it.
If fire's hot, I'm not going to stick my hand in it.
I guess I've always been a dummy like that.
Well, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, don't you?
Sir, I can't. I understand what y'all are doing, but you can go through my phone. This is the first time I've ever done this.
Well, let's hope it's the last.
I promise you it is. I don't even want friends now at all.
The lieutenant is about to finish and John is about to be taken to the sheriff's office. But all of a sudden, he makes a stunning admission. Spontaneously, he tries to explain why he wouldn't have had sex with a child. I'm still sort of shaken by it, but for all the wrong reasons.
Just so everybody knows, I got shot in my dick with a 380, so it don't work right.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, excuse my language, sorry guys. But I got shot with a Full Metal Jacket 380 and through my private parts, through my leg, so it don't work right. I can't have sex with women.
Wait a minute. So what you're saying to me is that you were shot.
Yes, if you want to, I'll show it to you.
I don't need to
got
see
it all
it.
sewed back on.
So they shot you through the penis,
Yes, sir.
and then it went in your
Actually,
leg.
I was cleaning my gun and it misfired.
Wait. And I'm sorry that happened to you, man to man. You were cleaning your gun.
Taurus 380, I had it slide locked. And I went to go take the back of the slide off. When I did, it just slid forward, and when it did, it went off.
So you shot yourself in the penis.
Yes, sir.
And how bad was the damage?
I mean, it don't function right at all.
It don't function right, meaning it don't work at all?
I mean, it's hard to get it to do anything. I mean,
And what did they have to do to fix it?
they had to sew it all back on.
They had to sew your penis back on after you shot yourself in the penis.
Yes, sir. So there's another thing I just wanted to throw it up there. I can't have sex like everybody else can.
But you can,
My dick,
Have sex acts.
excuse my language,
Yeah.
my private parts don't get hard, is what
Right.
I'm saying. I'm just saying.
is there a medicine for that, or can you?
I don't know, I ain't been back to the doctor yet. It ain't been but the middle of last year.
So when did this happen?
The middle of last year.
And you're in your house, cleaning your 380,
Yes, sir. Tars Combat 380.
and the gun goes off while you're cleaning it.
I went to go take the back slide off, and when I did, my hand slid off the slide, and it still had the clip in it like a dummy. And when it slid forward, it went off.
What went through your mind when that happened?
I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't, because they med flighted me to UAB. I wore a catheter for 4 months, and I haven't had sex since about August of last year.
August of last year. And when did the accident occur?
About August last year. Ever since I've been shot, it don't function right. I mean, I can pee, but that's about it.
You shot yourself in the penis.
Yes, sir.
I can't imagine how that felt.
It burned real bad.
Yeah, I bet. Do you still have that gun?
No, sir. I don't own any guns. I don't like guns.
I can imagine why. What did the doctors say about the prognosis long term?
I haven't been back to the doctor on them yet.
When are you supposed to go back?
Sometime in the middle of next month. I'm not for sure.
Did they take you to the emergency room?
They med flighted me to UAB.
They med a flight in a helicopter. Mm-hmm. So a chopper came in. Where did you go after you shot yourself?
Well, I started driving to Coleman Hospital and realized that I couldn't drive, that I was too much in pain. So by the time I was on the phone with them, they told me to pull over at Johnny's Barbecue right there in Coleman.
Right.
And I pulled over, and I remember passing out and then waking back up in UAB hospital. Them telling me if I could eat my food and stay awake, that I could go home. I ate my food, and I remember waking back up at home, so.
They had to sew your penis back together, basically.
Yeah, no, they had to sew it back on.
You shot your penis off.
Yes, sir.
Did you have it on ice, or what did you do?
I mean, I never took my pants down far enough to say. I opened it, and it was full of blood, and I was like, oh, God.
Oh, God is right.
Yeah.
I never heard of such a thing.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm just saying,
I hope it all heals up for you.
I mean, it don't bother me if it does. I've done went long enough with that,
John, you got some bad luck, son.
Tell me about it. Like I said, I've been married for 6 years, and then I got divorced. And then once I lost my sex drive, well, say sex drive, or might as well say penis.
Shot yourself in the penis.
Yeah. I don't really hang out with many people. I don't really do much besides just go to work, come home, and the one time I do try to hang out with anybody, here I am.
What's the lesson of this, John?
I'm gonna tell you right now, I won't ever try to hang out with nobody else. I don't care. I'm going home. I mean, I promise if I could take it back, I would. I'd rather be at home than I would having friends, because when you try to have friends, something always happens.
What do you think should happen to you, John?
I mean, I understand what y'all are doing, and I understand, trust me, I'm not, because I know I learned my lesson. I don't care about hanging out with nobody else. My kids are more important than this shit, this crap. I'd rather be at home with my kids than having friends. Because every time I get a friend, they either steal from me, or run off with my wife, or so be it. Yes,
And
sir.
besides doing the brick block work, what else
I
have
can
you
do
done?
anything from turning a wrench to hammering a nail.
Handy fellow,
Yes, sir.
except with the gun.
I don't like guns. I won't touch another gun.
All right. Well, I appreciate your honesty and your candor, and I think these fellows are going to want to.
I understand.
All right.
I'm gonna switch these in the back, right?
I promise I'm not gonna run nowhere. Oh, sorry. Ow.
I have no words. That is an absolute predator investigation, takedown, Hansen versus Predator, to catch a predator first. In 20 years of doing these investigations, I've never heard anyone say I couldn't perform because I had shot myself in the penis. Unbelievable. I mean, who does that? This guy did it.
John was charged with electronic solicitation and traveling to meet a child to perform a sexual act. We'll keep you posted on the criminal case against John, but we'll spare you the details about any medical developments involving his penis. Blount County Sheriff Mark Moon has been in law enforcement or the military most of his adult life, but nothing prepared him for the excuses given by alleged predator John.
John was a guy who was on his phone while he was in court. While he was in court, setting up a date with a 15-year-old girl, comes from court and shows up in this sting house.
Very peculiar situation. He's not from Blount County, but he was in a court, in our county court, for charges in Blount County. He had traffic issues that he was in court for. Like you said, as he was sitting in the courtroom, setting up a date, and it was very obvious, it was no question that he was coming to meet an underage girl. He was excited about that because our underage girl told him that she loved a bad boy after he told her that he was leaving court. That seemed to excite him even more.
He said, quote, and I don't mean to use foul language in an interview with you, but he said, I have a rap sheet long as F.
That's right. And it was something he seemed to be proud of after our underage decoy told him that she loved a bad boy. That seemed to boost his desire and his drive to get to her, because he wanted to, hey, I'm a bad boy and I'm gonna do bad things.
He had done time in prison.
He had, and I looked up his history. I think he had told you he was not completely honest with you. Can you believe that?
No way. I'm shocked.
I know.
Call the sheriff's office.
Exactly. His criminal history includes theft of property, drug use, drug possession. He told you a little bit of truth, but not all of it. And so he does have a history with the Department of Corrections. And he also has 2 more outstanding warrants in 2 other agencies here in North Alabama.
Now, after I finished my interview with John, your lieutenant did the initial interview with him, and then he volunteers out of nowhere that he couldn't have probably had sex with the girl because he had shot himself in his penis.
Interesting conversation.
Rendering him potentially unable to have sex.
Correct.
This comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's a first for me. And he goes on to tell me about how he's cleaning his .380 and stupidly left a bullet in the chamber or the clip in the gun and shot himself in the penis.
Yeah. He went on to tell you that he had hospital stays and all the things he had to do to save himself.
Right.
But we can't prove any of that right now. We can't check the hospital records. There's laws that protect people's medical histories, but we can only take his word for it.
He offered to show me.
Yeah.
I declined.
Thank you.
Do you believe it?
I don't know, to be honest with you. If he was willing to show you,
I don't need to see it.
no, nobody wants to see it.
But he's still a danger. I mean, any of this, and we hear this from different suspects. I couldn't perform even if I wanted to. Well, what are you doing here? You're either lying to me about that or you're going to do something else even more starring to a child.
That's right. What'd you come for? Especially this guy who shot himself in the penis and claims that he can't use it. Why are you here with no money? Are you here to rob? Are you here to do other things to this minor, things that could be even deadly? Why are you here?
How dangerous of a fellow do you think he was?
That guy has the potential of being somebody who could really cause a serious threat to juveniles, to young people. What scared me about him was his willingness to, basically he took off his shirt and took pictures of his body covered in demonic tattoos, and eagerness to talk about him being a bad boy and his extremely long criminal history. And then he shows up knowing a price to a place where he believes there is only a juvenile female home alone with no money. That terrifies me to think that he had other heinous plans.
Watch TrueBlu.com is home to the full library of Takedown with Chris Hansen, true crime documentaries, and exclusive investigations.